Ooh.
Hello! Well, why is it going to that one? Shit. This is all new. Fuck. There we go. Hello and welcome to Wednesday Night Onlyfigs. I have too many things in OBS now because we have too many different times we do this differently. I am your host, Mr. Modern Toy Fair, and I am joined once again by the founder of the NECA Illuminati, the delayer of shipments, the procrastinator of pre-orders, the perfect person, the two-time daddy. My YouTube wife, Mrs. Modern Toy Fair, Jamar_Games. But that's not all. We are also joined by the newest member of the Modern Toy Fair family, the consumer of all things vile, one of the former co-hosts of the Figuratively Speaking podcast, Corey. And last but not least, we have the man known as Bearded Spice. The man Modern Toy Fair has full custody over. The man Optimus Prime Pop that he refuses to stop. The Twilight Knight, the master of mech, the three-pump chump of taking this show off the rails, Nate. How's everybody doing?
I am doing wonderful. Let's see if I am looking correctly. No, wait, which way do I want to go?
Are you trying to look
here?
at Corey? If you're looking,
Yeah.
You're right there. That way.
Yes. Hi, Corey.
He's looking the wrong way, though.
Am I?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks
Yeah.
like
Hi, Jamar.
it looks like.
Well, so it's different on the overlay versus what's in
Yeah.
Discord.
Do I
Yeah.
look this way?
Yeah.
I had to
So,
bring it
yeah.
up to see. I had to bring it up to see
Yeah.
so I could.
Which I don't know if is there anyone in chat in your end, because it's not showing up on
It
my end.
shows there's people here, but yeah, there's nobody.
Okay, so
showing
there's
up
no one
in
actually
the
chatting.
chat.
I just want to make sure that it wasn't just me, because sometimes Restream gets a little funky and doesn't do its job right.
Okay.
So I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't a situation. Oh, there we go. We got the
Well,
collector.
yeah.
How are you
There we
guys?
go.
How's it going, man?
Oh,
Oh, man.
there we are.
I'm a lot better than I was last week,
Spider
that's for
Fan,
sure.
Boogeyman,
Yeah, I was gonna
13.
say-
What's up?
Get you a cough drop there.
I
That
do have
intro.
one.
You started, you're like,
Oh, yeah. It got pretty raspy there, especially when I got to Nate. Like, oof, that started hurting. I was like, oh god.
You didn't expect to go as long as you needed to do.
Yeah, we've added an extra person, so now it's a little harder for me. Oh man, we got Nandor's in the chat. How's it going? And then there's Boogeyman and Spider Fan. It's finally popping up for me. How's everyone doing? I missed you guys last week. Sorry, I was out sick, and we just decided not to do the live stream since I was on the ones and twos and they were doing the podcast. If this is you better, I shudder to think how you're feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, he barely talked last week. He was sitting off to the background. He had like a blanket on him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was
I
just
basically just
kinda
laid there and
okay.
kind of like stayed awake enough that I could like intervene if I
Yeah.
needed to, but just kind of let the
He was
show
a
go off the
true, like,
rails.
executive producer. Like
Mhm.
he was there, but
I mean, that is the dream to one day just be able to sit there and watch instead of having to be the host, but
yeah.
I imagine that day will never
Yeah.
come.
I don't know. Jamar did a wonderful job last week. Let's give it up for him.
Yeah, thank you. First day back.
You guys will
not on the
see
camera.
Friday, right?
Yes, you'll see the episode this Friday where the inmates were in the asylum. Eric the Meh, hey Nate, it's
He
really great to
means that
see
in a
you.
loving way.
It's great to see you back, Jamar. Sarcasm in parentheses.
Wait a minute, I didn't catch it. I was supposed to go under the radar. I'm not supposed to catch any strays. Nate is amazing. Michael sucks. Jamar is a person.
Well, this is what
That's
happens when you
it.
go away for a month. Is they miss you enough that they have to.
Yeah.
What new figs have you bought? Well, you know what? On that note, let's do the numbers game. So,
All right, let us do the numbers game. I do have it. I do have my question ready. I do have to just
Ooh.
bring some information up really quick here.
Can you believe I forgot?
you forgot your board? You're that
Oh.
out of practice?
Just not fully prepared. I'm wired in. Oh wow, my last board it just says 117. It's 2024, and then that was it. shit, I took that towel down here too. I guess I could use my shirt.
All right. So this is going to be very specific, and your guys' year range is going to be between 1995 and 2015. So as you know, Denis Villeneuve's Dune 2 hit theaters last week. No spoilers. I'm going Saturday. But at one time there was a sci-fi channel version of Dune, but there was also a sequel. And what year did the Children of Dune miniseries appear on the Sci-Fi Channel?
Can you give us that parameter again?
95 to 2015.
1995.
95 to 2015.
I may actually know this one because I recently, granted it was like a week ago, looked this up at work because we were all discussing Dune 2 and how many different versions there are of this franchise. But I don't remember the exact, but I have a rough idea.
Okay. Well, we'll see how you do.
So I am ready.
What's wrong with that? Oh shit. There we go. I am ready as well.
All good here.
All right, in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, it's gonna be a close one.
Close.
All right. Nobody got it right. However,
Michael
was the closest.
Yes.
Wow.
2003
Wow.
for Children of Dune, which actually took the second and third book and made it into one thing, which wasn't bad. Had James McAvoy in it, and yeah, Boogeyman, you were close.
Yeah, Boogeyman said 2004.
Well, you know what? Let's double check something here real quick, because
Oh
it's
my
not going to change the outcome.
I'll say, has Nate got his facts wrong again?
No.
Now, Nate, I thought you went.
I was still right.
I thought you went and saw it because I remember you sending me a picture of you with a popcorn bucket.
Oh no, Nate did that on his work route.
Oh,
He just went and bought
the
the
movie
popcorn.
theater and bought the.
Yeah, the BFC was telling me all about it. He was like, "Oh yeah," Nate was telling me he stopped on while he was at work and got one. And, oh
I'm
my god,
assuming
he's getting the worm light.
Like a police, knocking on his window, like, "Sir, what are you doing with that popcorn bucket?"
It's like, I'm going to see a movie.
Yeah, that's not what it looks like. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, that's
Whoa.
massive.
It's big. But here's the thing.
It has to be.
So, it's supposed to be a popcorn bucket, but, I mean,
I
my
mean,
hand is just barely getting in there. And then you try to pull something out, and it's
Are you actually fisting the popcorn bucket?
I mean, he's fisting and getting stuck is what he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you tried
There's no
any
way.
kind of
There's no
lubricant
way
or
you can
something?
Popcorn.
Well, you know
Right.
what it is this wasn't meant to be a popcorn bucket, and they just kind of threw it together.
Well,
No.
the joke there too, but it's way too wispy. There's no grip there. There's
Maybe it gives you just a little tickle.
so. But the funny thing is, I'll tell this
This is
story
wispy.
before it's my turn, because this is part of my. But yeah, so I was down pretty far away. If you saw the toy hunting video of the Ohio Valley trip, I do that every other Friday. But there's AMC theaters down there, and I was like, fuck it. So I went in and I just grabbed one off the shelf and I took it to the register, and the girl was like, "This is it for you?" And I was like, "I'll take a drink." And she's like, "Do you want popcorn in it?" And I was like, "No, because that would be gross." And then it was $33 for my drink in this. I think this was $25.
I would say the drink was probably like
It
a
was
third of that.
$8. Yeah. So that was stupid of me. I should have got a drink somewhere else in the mall. But here was me leaving the mall then.
Yeah.
Walking out with it. I had my drink. I'm like, "What's up?" It's like, "Yeah, I don't care. This was awesome."
Someone was like, "Hey, how's the movie?" You're like,
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
was like,
Oh
it's
my
not going
God.
until next weekend.
No idea. No idea.
No idea.
So Boogeyman says you need popcorn butter to loosen up the hole. And then Jeff
No,
White.
it doesn't need loosened. It's way
It does
too
for your
loose.
fists though when you're trying to get it out.
I don't know about this. Like,
But then Jeff White says, Nate, buy a dinner first.
In all seriousness, though, I know the joke is about putting other objects in it, but you know when you go and grab popcorn and you have the ones that aren't really really connected and they normally fall out, maybe that blocks those and falls back into
I
the
just
bucket.
can't imagine how, like, well, for some people maybe this is, I don't know, but how nasty it would be.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
if you were like pulling popcorn and shit out of here because it would get the butter on this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's real rubbery. Like this would.
Yeah, that'd be a
gross.
nightmare
Yeah,
to
you have to
like.
roll your sleeves.
Yeah.
up.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, because then
Yeah.
it would be like all on here, so then it would get down on your arm all the way up into here.
Oh my God.
This was just not well thought out.
It
How
was
deep
not.
is the
Anyway.
bucket?
Or it was
Could you-
really. thin out.
I mean it's as
Pretty-
big as as tall as my head. You know,
Yeah, I was just curious how much of your arm could fit in.
I mean, he was almost
Yeah.
The
elbow
whole
deep.
thing. Elbow deep.
Oh,
Oh
man.
God! Genius, absolutely
Yeah.
genius. This is the smartest thing.
yeah. I mean, just as many people have been talking about this friggin' bucket than the movie itself, which
Yeah.
Yeah.
and all I've heard is amazing. Corey, you saw it, did you not?
I did. Phenomenal film.
So Eric the Mess says, I'm sure Michael will be adding his own homemade topping to his popcorn with that container. Everyone likes a nice popcorn glaze.
Is
Just
it
saying.
kettle corn?
I
Why is it
use
sticky?
nacho powder.
Jeff,
Whose powder is it?
Jeff White mentioned a few comments ago, but we skipped over it. YOLO Park Megatron was delivered today. I have reached the age of being done with transforming Transformers. Ain't nobody got time for that. Fair. Where were we? Boogeyman. So what I'm hearing is Nate prefers his bucket virgin and doesn't want someone else's hand on there first. This is, I think, in reference to you getting popcorn in it, like you didn't want the.
Yeah, that wording is definitely problematic.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let that one go.
Definitely.
Boogeyman, yeah, you'd have to go elbow deep. Eric the Mac, can we trade Jamar for the popcorn container?
No, why am I catching strays?
Oh, now you're the yikes.
I was rooting for Eric the Man to come back too. Just
Yeah,
to,
look what
yeah.
I got you.
yeah, nothing. Got
All right.
nothing.
So I believe I won, so I get to go first. I have a few things
Yes.
here. Not as many things as I would have if the post office would have delivered.
I'm happy actually about it. To be honest,
I'm sure you are. That's
Yeah.
okay. I'll send you pictures tomorrow. So the first thing is, of course, these pre-orders just have to keep coming through. Can't just have a break because Chinese New Year or anything. So my pre-orders for Tracksuit Mafia came in. That was an unexpected charge from Big Bad Toy Store. So I initially ordered 5 of them. I only opened 3, and I think I'm only going to keep 3 because they're good, but I don't know if I'm super impressed with them where I need an army of them. I think 3's enough. 3's company, as some would say. So yeah, I might sell the other 2 just because.
Yeah, I bought them on clearance, and I was like,
See, I only saw them once at full price, and it was 1 on the shelf.
Yeah.
Big Bad
I
Toy
lucked
Store
out.
got them?
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah,
they got in the overflow or something?
Yeah, Hasbro, a lot of Target's Marvel Legend exclusives have gone, and Star Wars exclusives have been going to the fan channel afterwards. They're almost timed instead of being.
But
Maybe
the red toys, all red toys have to go to Target, apparently. All exclusive.
they do, but they can go
And they have to go to
elsewhere, I
Target.
guess.
Well, to be fair,
Speaking-
Big Bad Toy Store is red too.
True.
There you go.
Speaking of Red and Target,
Big Bad tracksuits.
friend of the show, the BFC, managed to do what I couldn't within the 13 different Targets I had visited over and over again. And he found Ken.
There he is.
So after over a month of looking, I finally have him. He's awesome. I'm excited. Once I'm feeling a little better, I'll probably do a review and a let's pose and all that fun stuff. But yeah, it's I mean, it's the same. It's basically Ryu, but with a different head. But I don't know, it's still fun. They do a great job with these figures. They're improving more and more with each figure. I mean,
Tell him to find me one.
well, apparently you need to let him know, because I don't know if he knows you need it. But I mean, like, you got like him and Ryu, like, they just look so good. Like,
It's amazing that you went to so many Targets for
Yeah.
so long, and he's just like, yeah, I'll go find it for you.
yeah, he found it ironically at the one you like so much, that I went and I was like, well, this doesn't have fucking shit.
Oh God, that's actually surprising.
Will you visit as many Targets when they come out with Akuma and Dan?
Yes. Especially Akuma. Spider-Fan last week, I got some more NECA RoboCop figures. I got the Battle Damage RoboCop with the chair, and I got ED209. Might get Alex Murphy next, hoping they make Ann Lewis soon. Anthony Albert, did you see the M. Bison photos? So excited. Yeah, I saw they had a bunch of them on display at some convention they were at. They all look amazing. M.
Yeah, there was,
Bison, Cammy,
Blanca.
yeah, they had a bunch of the prototypes. They pretty much had most of the series on display there.
Yeah, it seemed like they were just like, "Yep, we're making all of them right now," and here they are. Like, it wasn't even like, let's hold something back. It was,
Which I'm
Yeah,
here
it was a
for. I'm ready for them to move on from the 3 a year model that we had with Series 1.
Oh.
So,
for sure. And the Mega Man is finally coming out too.
Yes, Mega Man's such a good one. Like, I'm glad I picked that up. So this last one, you'll see a second time, because it's not technically for me, but I feel like I need to show it off because it's a big deal. If you haven't noticed, I'm still not feeling great. So I stopped at Target because I'd ran out of cough drops on my way to work. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go to the toy section. Why not? I haven't been in a while. And they're putting out new cases of everything. Like, they had the Marvel Legends Doc Ock, they had a bunch of stuff. And they had a new row of DC Universe multiverse figures. So I'm like, fuck it. Why not? I'll just look through it. I'm like, well, there's Unmasked Christian Bale, there's Batfleck, and then I found this. The Wired Cape Platinum Edition Christian Bale Dark Knight Batman, which I know the newly knighted lover of Mcfarlane DC Multiverse wanted, and like, even from the get-go said, I'm probably not gonna be able to get this one because it's a platinum edition. So I didn't wait for his response because I knew he was gonna need it, and there's no way he'd found it yet. So I texted him, and I continued to the pharmacy and got my cough drops and went to work. And he texted me later. He's like, "Did you get it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got it." So next week you'll get to see it out of box when Nate tears it open, and we get to see that wonderful wired cape. I'm very curious to see how that turns out.
Yeah, I found, I didn't buy it because it won't show up later, but I came across the Platinum Steel this week, but
Which that one's just
I didn't like
a
it.
different colored cape, right?
The body surface color is different too. It's actually better, but it doesn't have the red cape,
Which
so it's
is
like,
dumb.
yeah.
The
If
red
it was the
cape-
mixture of those two, perfect. I've come across the regular one several times, and I don't like it. Like it's got this weird like blue color mixed in it, and it's bizarre.
I mean, I feel like
But-
that's moderately accurate to the way he used to look, though, in the 90s. Because that's how the Mofex figures, he's got a blue tint to him.
It's not a tint though.
It's like a marbling.
Oh, so it's kind of like
weird.
it's kind of like the
Side
silver
side.
paint, silver plastic that Marvel Legends use, right? Where it has that like swirly stuff in it.
Yeah.
No, it's not even that.
No.
It would be like that if the little swirly stuff was weirdly blue. A silver figure with
Right.
squiggles
Yeah, but I'm
of
just saying
blue.
that's the general like idea behind it. Is it's kind of like that, but it's got other colors mixed in.
When you see it, you'll be like, "Oh no, this is not what I was thinking. This is horrible."
I actually have the figure somewhere. would
Yeah.
have to. But I
Like
I
from
know
a
that
distance, he looks okay, but when you get close, you're just like, what is going on there?
it looks like silly string or something
Yeah.
inside the plastic.
Hmm.
It's a brighter blue, and it's stringy.
Alrighty. Well, that is all I have before I hand it off to Jamar. Eric the Mess says, to be fair, Michael, you always look and sound terrible, so it's difficult to tell if you're actually sick. That's fair. Jamar, what do you got?
Well, you would think I would have a lot. But I also have a pretty high medical bill. So I actually have some things. So first thing, Michael found this I don't know.
Oh,
this was a
shit.
while ago.
That was a while ago. Yeah, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
I haven't shown anything in a while, which is it's
Well, you
not
haven't been
gonna
on
be
in a
that
while.
crazy. Yeah, but I have Wolfman now. Ooh. It's pretty cool.
That Wolfman has nards.
Yeah, I mean it's all right. I think I might sound crazy. I don't know, because I feel like everyone else has been really hot on the second wave. I'm like, it's cool. I don't know, because this is the other one. So also have Leo, fish lip, yeah, which it does look really cool. As far as, again, like, one of my things that I harp about with NECA is the minor
He's
and
got
tiny
harpoon, I get it.
details. Yeah, that's a different harp, right?
It depends.
Anyways, the details are amazing on it. It's just it's so close to almost like the well, this is gonna sound stupid, but it seems close to some of like the more stiffer, like, movie, like, this is more statuesque. And I know that sounds weird because NECA doesn't have like the most articulation or anything like that, but I just feel like it's, I don't know,
It's
and
harder
this is
to
gonna
articulate.
sound-
It's harder to pose.
Yeah, it looks amazing, but I'm also like, I don't have as much fun with it, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's probably a good way to say it. Well, either way, I still think it's cool. I like it. It's cool to look at, and it's nice to have. But, like, I don't know if I'm loving the mashups now, because, like, the Mummy was like, oh, this is amazing, and then it had like the separate head that was like a really cool touch. These two here, I don't know if I'm missing something, but it just didn't feel as exciting for me. So it's weird, because obviously, like, I like to buy NECA stuff, but I also don't ever want to get it to the point where I'm buying something just because it's NECA and it's in the wave. That makes sense. So that kind of, like, just sort of bums me out, but I like them. So,
But you also really liked the first versions from the wave
Yeah, that's
one,
what I
so
mean.
like that kind of makes sense
That's
that you
what
might
I
not be
mean,
as
like,
into these ones.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna break up with NECA just yet. Another
will
one.
say-
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like out of all of those turtle characters, the Wolfman has the softest sculpt. Like, he looks very smooth in comparison to all of the other ones. Like,
Well,
I see
he's
what you
furry,
mean.
so he should be
not
soft.
folding. No,
Well,
like not soft that way, but
Like texture,
soft.
I would say.
like almost like, if you look at his shirt and stuff, it's like kind of almost unfinished. It seems like
Yeah.
like they could have sculpted it a little bit more.
For how much detail, like, the wraps on, like, the Mummy would say, or even like this scales on, like, the creature, is just insane. Like, the detail is insane. So I see what you mean, though. Like, the jacket could have like some kind of texture to it or something. Like, they missed that file when they sent it over, so they're like, well, this is what we printed. This is not turtle related, but I am really excited about this, and I actually really like this. And it's a Mcfarlane figure too, so it is just not from Batman or DC Universe. I don't know if my light is.
It's like blowing out with the light. I was like, what the fuck is that?
There we go. That's Inanosuke, and I think I kind of pronounced that properly. But this is from Demon Slayer. So the first 3 came out. Tanjiro. God, every time I do this, I forget Zenitsu, and I always forget the sister's name. But those 3
Bless
came in
you.
those 3 came in the wave first, and for whatever reason, he came later. And so I was just at Target and was like, oh shit, he's here. So that's really cool. I absolutely fucking love this figure. It's obviously not like SH Figure Arts or import quality as far as like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it has like the butterfly joints on the like shoulders and its double jointed elbow. It just seems so cool and like highly detailed that like it's surprising that this is like $24. If that kind of makes sense, especially with the other ones in a line because they had like their robes and like stuff on. Those didn't really have much going on there, and this one has like way more. Maybe because he's a beautiful shirtless little boy, and that is a weird statement, and I take that back immediately.
Yeah, that got real weird.
But if you watch this show, like I'm gonna explain it now because he wears this mask on. He's like gross and just the weirdest character. But there was a reveal and spoilers, but his mask came off and they all saw him and they thought he would be just like this pig-faced ugly, and he was just this beautiful little like face, and they were like, oh my god, you're so beautiful. And there's like he's like, shut up, don't look at me. But yeah, that's why I said that. And if you're listening, FBI, trust me, that's not what my point that I was trying to get across. So the other thing that I found
That got weird.
Yeah, I'm switching pretty fast. Well, this is gonna make it seem weirder. So
I don't know, like, can you get weirder than this without getting put on a list?
Like I've been trying to buy this one for a while, but it just has not been on clearance, and it finally went on clearance. So I got my MJ.
Oh, okay.
It's not as weird. So yeah, I don't know. You know, I just wanted to have Zendaya on my shelf. That was pretty much it. So
we all do.
Yeah, that was it.
That got weird.
That's not weird. That's not.
No, Nate made it weird, not you.
Well, he's agreeing because of Dune. That's why.
Yeah, sure.
That's why. And I'm just excited to get to this last one. I should have started with this first, but I had to go through all the other things. This is something that I'm going to easily go out on a limb and say it is going to be hard for it to not be at least number 2 of my purchases for 2024.
Did yours come
and I think because
mine?
number 1 is going to be... No. Number 1's going to be taken by something else. I can just pretty much guarantee that. But I got Slam Dunkin' Don.
About time,
then,
Jesus.
Course, open it, there's nothing in there. Yeah, it literally showed up today. And there he goes. So cool. I'm trying to get the white so you can see anything on it. I don't obviously have to talk about it because if you wanted a figure or you've seen a figure, it's been everywhere. But I'm just so excited to have this. This is obviously one of my favorite. Basketball is my favorite sport. Those sport turtles were so cool. Hopefully they make like a Leo, the football one, because that was another one that I just fondly had a great memory of being a little kid and playing with that. And Super 7 just completely nailed this and gave me all the representation that I want. The little added touch of the tongue again on there. It's just it's perfect. The only thing I'm slightly bummed, which is like a stupid thing, but they changed the number to 84 versus the 23, and I'm sure that's because of like obviously licensing things. But like they don't own, like Michael Jordan doesn't own the number 23.
It could have been a Playmates thing.
Sure, that's true too. Definitely. But they could have just put like 23rd or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's the only thing that's slightly a little bit of a bummer. But I just love that it's the white jersey one too, which is like the one that I probably will never actually own. It's just so cool. Like the details on the sneakers are great. I just love this so much, and I'm just like a huge fan of Super 7. Anything I've ever said negative about Super 7 has been completely erased and eradicated just because of this figure. And then we're getting Mikey as well.
I almost understand what you're saying, because the more I play around with that Destroyer, I'm like, Super 7. Yeah, like they make me mad, but yet
I'm going back.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has to be in my top.
Are you gonna have him dunking on LeBron?
Yeah, I thought about that too. Like he's down on the bottom shelf there, but I'm gonna have like a cool. I came across someone that did like a cool like crossover pose. And I'm gonna have like LeBron like falling back because he just got crossed over by Donnie. It's gonna be so cool. So cool. So excited. But yeah, that's all I have. So
Yeah,
you can continue. Also, how do we determine who goes second now that we have
it just goes
people?
in circular order at this point.
We're in a square.
Shut up. Let me get the chat real quick. See, we've got Boogeyman 13 not liking these Universal Monster mashups now. Question mark. What happened to you, Jamar? You used to be cool. He had a second kid. That's what happened.
I'm just like, I don't know. Like the wonderment of opening them and looking at them is kind of felt like a little flat for me. But that's all.
Do you find it a little weird too that they have like another Raph and another? Like,
well, yeah, especially because we still haven't seen Shredder. Like,
yeah.
So like, it's just weird that they didn't like go all the way through with everything and then be like, all right, here we go. But.
And I'm trying to like figure out in my head like what Universal monsters are left, and I'm like,
not many.
Yeah.
Especially if they're gonna do another Donnie and Mikey, like.
I don't even know what they would do at this point.
Yeah.
Like which monsters?
Like Mole Man Mikey.
Eric the Man says, "Double down, Jamar, double down."
Like the KFC sandwich.
We've got Northern Nomad. What up, suckers? How's it going, man? We've got Big Troy's Collectibles. What's up, everyone? How's it going? We've got Boogeyman again. I think I need an adult. Dante's Toys. Welcome back, Jamar. Great seeing all four of you guys. Anthony Albert.
Hey.
I ordered Wingnut and Screw Loose because of Corey diving back into Super 7.
Ooh, Super
You will
7
not be
for the
disappointed.
win. That's the only thing I will say with my newfound love is I'm afraid to go like all in with like the other side characters as well. So like I'm still cherry picking like the turtles out of each wave, unless there's someone that pops up that I would really like. A hotspot would be pretty cool, since now I already have my scratch. That would be cool. But yeah.
All right, Corey, you are up.
All right. Yeah, as you said, the pre-order train keeps moving, and it seems like Mcfarlane has started to hit a stride with the stuff. So I got these in the mail, I think yesterday, and I haven't even opened them up yet. And so it's the collect to build monitor.
You bought those.
Yeah.
You're a part of the problem.
Well, if I wasn't gonna get like a Spectre, like I was gonna be pretty bummed because he's like awesome. I did not get the I don't like gold label platinums now. I'm seeing online that so it's an exclusive of an exclusive or a chase of an exclusive, which is like insane to me because
just confusing as fuck is what it is.
Yeah, but the original set sold, or did it sell out or didn't it?
Spectre sold out.
Sold out
first. Yeah.
So there's like no way.
Still.
There's no way to get this chase, and I was like torn because before I got the set in hand, I'm like, man, if I get that Chase Hal Jordan Spectre, I'm gonna be excited but also bummed that I will not be a regular Spectre.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's weird. And just like almost all of his other Supermen, I am sometimes a Mcfarlane apologist, but in hand, I don't ever like. Sometimes I have a problem with his Superman faces, but I mean, I saw it like this looks like a George Perez drawing to me, so I don't really see the big issue there. Some of the pictures didn't look as good, but I still think he looks pretty awesome. And then Kid Flash. So just like all the other McFarlanes, I like them. I'll definitely open them up so I can build monitor, but the whole wave being an exclusive in itself is kind of crazy to me. But also I was at a convention over the weekend, and I picked up this because I think the movie is hilarious. So a NECA
Oh, it's
Thanksgiving.
that pilgrim guy.
Yeah, and all they did was take the Michael Myers body and just
Yep.
put
See
a
it.
different head on it and paint it black. But I'm okay with it because that's exactly what he looks like in the movie. So yeah, another horror villain.
Which, that figure came
Going-
out so quick. 'Cause didn't that movie just come out that not long ago?
Oh yeah. Well, they
It came out
with
Thanksgiving.
they came out with I can't remember what they're called, like the Scooby Doo looking ones.
Mm-hmm.
They,
Yeah, Toonie
one of
Terror.
those. But yeah, Toonie Terror. They came out with him, a Toonie Terror, and then one other thing I can't quite
I
remember.
think 8-inch vintage style.
Yeah, the Migo looking one.
Mhm.
Yeah, they like went all in with him real quick.
And then the last thing, I got another package in the mail. The last thing was with, I don't know how to pronounce these guys, but Nacelle Toys.
Oh.
Okay.
This is what I was.
been super curious.
I'm very curious to see those.
These are so I opened up Vinny because he was my favorite. These
Gun to
are-
my head, I couldn't name one fucking one of those.
Same.
But they're really cool. Invisible joints, so that's
Ooh.
Pretty
Painless, very
amazing.
nice.
very well sculpted. Nacelle,
Nacelle, I think.
they make some really good quality figures, and this even has like a little action feature. There you go. Wah, 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 wah.
It works. Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, and they come with accessories. All of them come with a chili dog
Ooh.
and multiple heads, multiple hands, helmeted. So I haven't quite decided if I'm going to get the motorcycles yet. I feel like they're kind of incomplete without them, but they are kind of pricey. So maybe later on down the road.
How much are the figures?
I can't remember. Like 50, 55 maybe.
Never mind.
Invisible joints.
I don't give a fuck about your invisible joints. I want the chili dog.
Oh, do you want to borrow? Do you want to borrow it?
No, I want it for myself.
Like an actual chili dog?
I mean, I love chili dogs, but like, I don't know. It's just,
And
I'm an accessory whore.
then Mondo. Mondo's cool.
Ooh, he's dope looking.
Yeah.
He's like the tank of the group. So
Got that robot arm.
yeah, the packaging's really cool, really nostalgic packaging. So I'm really happy with these guys. They will go on my Ninja Turtle shelf because
That makes
I love
sense.
I love all of these like goofy like cloned cartoons that were all like, hey, we can do that too, that came out in like the early 90s. And so like just the craziest stuff, you know.
So what
Wait
you're
for
saying
the-
is bring on the Cowboys of Moo Mesa.
Oh yeah. I will totally get those. And you know, hopefully Super 7 then will make the Cowboy Donatello, and then they can, you know, come together. The
Okay,
good, the
love
bad,
language.
and the mutated.
I really want those outside of like price. They're a little pricey, but it is.
I mean,
like,
it's what you pay for
It's
Ultimates.
a very small, yeah, but it's also a very small line. Like, you know, I don't know if this was just a childhood memory that is just manifested in a weird way, and I could be remembering it wrong. But couldn't you push the antennas down, like on the toys in like the 90s? Like, I don't think you could do it on that.
I don't know.
And
I honestly, I can't remember.
I thought I used to like push them down, like, you know, push them in, and I was wondering, like, I just remember seeing the figure and be like, oh, you can't do that, and I'm like, am I crazy? Maybe that wasn't a thing.
How yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I never had the original toys. I always wanted them, but I never had those. Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't it be funny if you push the antenna down and they were like, so nobody knows that we're aliens? We're just
That's
giant rat people.
Yep, that's our
That makes
disguise.
sense.
Yep. We're just furries, guys.
Well, I
We're not aliens.
It worked for turtles. It's like, yeah, I'm a giant 6-foot turtle, but I have a trench coat on and a hat. Oh, that's.
I mean, that's at least a trench coat and a hat. Like, hide in the shadows, and you just look like a chubby bald dude. Like,
So Shaq's wearing a trench coat. You're just like, that's completely normal.
well, I'm not saying that it doesn't look like kind of sketch, but I'm just saying at least
Yeah,
like it's not like,
that's
oh,
fair.
that's a mutant turtle.
Yeah.
Or
Fuck.
Splinter was like, we got to put bandanas on so nobody knows it's you.
Recognize them, right? Make sure you never take that mask off.
Don't take it off, but color code them so I can tell.
All right.
Oh god.
Let's take a look at chat real quick before we move on to Nick. I assume you said that was the last thing you had, right?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, I thought you did, but I was like, shit, maybe I should double check before. I'm just like, fuck you, we're moving on.
I'm like looking around, like, well, yeah, totally.
So Big C Richie says they haven't done Dracula for the Universal Monsters Ninja Turtles,
Which we all assume that Shredder is Dracula.
I think it's gonna be Donnie, but
I
I
just
thought that
feel
was
like
why-
Dracula Shredder would make more sense with Van Helsing being Splinter.
Right.
yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Also,
Van Helsing
wasn't
should have
there
been Shredder to
Splinter?
begin with.
Yeah, it didn't make sense. But
Yeah, here, hunt your children.
Yeah.
Dante's Toys. I've been looking everywhere for the 2003 Playmates Turtles, and I've only been lucky enough to find Raph and Donnie. By the way, did you guys see the Playmates announcement of those retro turtles coming in the summer? Yeah, the first sketch layered ones, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just put this down as like a mental note. You can like go in and edit it afterwards of me showing all four of those. They're on my wall, so I kind of forgot that I even had those.
I've seen them a
Oh,
couple
the
times, but
2003.
like it was like
Yeah.
one and done. Like they got
I
like
haven't
a
seen
case
them all.
of
I
one of
never
each,
saw
and that
them
was
in
it.
stores.
My wife was
Never
like,
saw
"Oh," I said, "Hey, I think they're on Target because someone sent the link. I don't know who it was." And my wife
It was
went in and
me.
ordered them. That was Nate.
I think it's kind of weird that they released those because were they that hard to get? Or
They
Like,
were starting.
I mean,
to
they're
get really
expensive.
rare.
When I got my Donnie to get it signed by Sam Riegel, that if I would have found one in like really good condition, it was like $75. That one cost me
Are you
$35,
serious?
and it's in okay condition.
wow,
I just feel like it really was kind of like maybe a lot of that hasn't survived. I guess if that's probably
Yeah.
what I think. And, like it's not.
I
in
have a ton of those
circulation.
figures. I should maybe look into that.
Yeah, I mean, granted, this is carded because that's still
Yeah.
like new in box, but it's like it's in decent shape. So 35, I was like, cool. But like all the ones out on eBay that were like minty fresh and all that were like 75 to 100.
That cartoon still holds up. That's probably why.
And that's also why the Super 7's doing Ultimates of them. We've got Eric the Met. I don't like that the belt isn't fully painted on Superman for your DC multiverse figure.
Really, I didn't even.
Anthony Albert. I got the Chase Captain Carrot from Amazon, and now I can't find the normal version for a decent price. I'm happy but bummed, as I liked the normal version
you
more.
got the better one.
Well, he liked the normal version more apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, that is
Okay.
impressive. That is the unfortunate part of Chases. Is
It's like the one time I got Pops. I got the Us Pops from the movie Us,
mhm,
and I got the Pluto Chase, and I
mhm.
was like, oh, awesome. But I still got to order the other one.
Well,
now you got to buy another one.
Yeah.
and it's worse when you don't want the Chase. Like the Chase is the worst version, and you're
Yeah.
like, so then you're like, I don't want the Chase. I'm not looking for the Chase, and then you get the Chase, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Boogeyman, The Pilgrim came out like 4 months, and yet they've been teasing Krampus for years.
Yeah, that's true.
Eric the Man, $55 figure. Michael nearly has a heart attack. 1K plus on a diorama. What a steal. First off, the 55 was a heart attack because I just wanted the fucking chili cheese dog. Okay, $55 for chili cheese dog was the heart attack. Those figures seemed like they were pretty well put together. So big difference.
Maybe you and Jamar could go together.
Yeah, I'll give you $5 per chili cheese
true.
dog.
No. I hear the chili cheese dogs go pretty high. On
Well,
eBay,
it sounds like you're gonna have to find a different buyer then.
$35. You got it.
Michael is lowballing him. No,
Oh man, Dante's Toys
All in
Big
all.
Bad has been having amazing deals. Picked up a ton of things on clearance. Yeah, they've been doing their like daily things, and a lot of stuff's like been heavily discounted.
Yep.
We've got Sam. Anybody else here excited for Flipboard or Kickstarter campaign that Mad Hatter Reviews premiered a few days ago?
I am
It's funny.
contemplating. I am
Yeah,
contemplating because it's funny.
it is funny.
Could I don't know. I feel like we talked about Mad Hatter maybe once or twice. What's the flip war? Is this because I saw this and I thought, oh, this must be a play on Masters of the Universe because flip war is a name. Is that what this is about or?
Yeah, he's teaming up with Ramen Toys to make this figure. It's a Kickstarter of a figure, and it's like it's a Motu origin style figure, but it's of a toy flipper, and he's got money, and he's flipping the bird.
That's
okay.
funny. I like that.
Bills.
I thought he was just like a douche. It was like flip bar, like fuck you. But now it makes way more sense.
At least that's how
clever. I like it.
Completely
Yeah.
wrong. Isn't it?
That's how I took it too.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Dante's Toys. Hasbro Pulse had some really good clearance too. Anthony Albert. I backed it. Super excited. Dante's Toys. Yes, Flipboard for a bunch of middle finger emojis. Dante's Toys. I'm not flipping you guys. Sam. Same here. I love the idea when originally pitched just because it's so different in anything we've gotten. Or so much different than anything we've gotten before. Boogeyman, yes. Shredder should have been Van Helsing, and Splinter should have been Dr. Frankenstein. Yes, his monsters are his children. That makes so much more sense.
Way more sense. Granted, it's just, but yeah.
We got Rye Diddy. Hey, Jamar's back. Congrats, dude. Jeff White ordered 2 Captain Carrots on Amazon. Amazon lost the package. I had replacements sent and got the chase and the normal, and the initial order then showed up and I had the chase and the normal too. Damn.
Nice.
So you got 2 chases and 2 normals and 1 set was free. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, make sure that if anybody out there is getting any of those Platinum Knights End Batmans, and probably this way too. Yeah.
Knights End Batman. What's that?
Yeah. So like
the Azrael looking one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like there's the red one, which is the regular, and then there's a blue one that's the chase, and it's like
the blue one should have been the regular one.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll get lucky like I did with the Dark Knight for you.
And then Michael will become Flipboard. And he'll be like, I don't know, man. I think it's like $80.
Anyway, Jeff White, you should get set up with other dude who is looking for the normal one. Maybe you can offload one of your normal ones or do a little trade ski or something.
Or play the lottery.
That too, because that's a hell of a fucking thing. Anyway, Nate, it is your turn.
All right. Well, most of my stuff comes from last week because I got a bunch of stuff in the mail. And I think, Corey, I think you showed this off last time because you got it like one day before me, and I still haven't opened it yet. So here is the Catwoman Batpod thing. Yeah.
Was there anybody on your Batpod?
Yeah.
Okay. It just went by so fast it didn't look like it. I remember last time you were talking about your wife watched you like put it on the bike and was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, because of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which that scene is in the movie.
Don't
I did a little bundle deal, so I got this too because it ended up like it was like $10.
Yeah.
Basically more to get this. So I was like, oh, okay. So I got that with it too. And then I did finally get my Big Bad Toy Store package. So one of the things I got
very
was
nice.
Mega Man.
Very nice.
Had to. Yep. I don't know how deep I'll go into this line, but I knew I had to have him first more than anything, and then we could go from there and see what we're gonna do. Then I got my well, I don't want to say this might be the last, quote unquote retail wave of Masterverse. I don't know because they're moving more towards creations, but so I have my New Eternia Mechaneck.
He's so pretty.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah,
opened him. I haven't
killed.
opened those. Then I've got Revolution King Keldor.
Ooh, he's cool looking.
Yep.
He's a jerk.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And then I have my Battle Armor He-Man, looking foxy and sly and looking awesome there. And then this one I did already open, which you guys saw a little bit last week. This is the new Eternia Triclops. Looking awesome.
So-
once I got his bandolier, his proper headpiece, and his sword there. And then the one thing I bought in the stores last week. So I finally joined the Cool Kids Club, and I got one.
Yeah, it's the best turtle.
So far, this is the only one I've gotten. There's a lot of nice things to say, and I do like them, but the one thing I don't like is just the lack of paint apps and color and detail. It's like Mattel was like, oh, okay, so we're doing turtles now, so we can do what Playmates does and not add any detail and just mold everything in color plastic and not paint anything.
I agree, but at the same time, I kind of get it because you want to make sure like people know that's Donatello, so they wanted it to be a very purple figure. Is how I look at it.
Yeah, but I think all of them are like that. But
like
we'll see.
It'd be curious for you to like kind of compare like Man at Arms, for example. How different is that version from?
Yeah.
You know.
So
Yeah.
do you want me to
I
keep
mean,
an
just
eye out, or
looking
are
at-
you just kind of?
It just, granted, one's Masterverse and one's this,
Yeah.
but just there's a lot more going on, and this is
Oh, no,
technically
yeah, for
only
sure.
$5 more than this one. But who knows what they had to pay
Yeah.
to be able to get the turtles in there. So
They shifted
I
the
like
costs
the
of paint.
idea of the shells being the shields, but I don't like how like loose they are.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's weird. I'm not as like freaking out over this line as I would think, like mixing two of my properties together, because I'm still having a hard time with it. Because I'm like, what's going on here? Like, what's happening? I don't understand.
Well, you need to read that little comic apparently.
Also,
I know. There's a lot going on in there.
Because I listened to the Reluctant Adult podcast, and one of the guys on there's been super into him, and he like really likes the comic and the story behind it, and it made him more into it.
Yeah,
There's
so
so
it
much
makes it.
stuff I'm just frustrated with. Like the Beastman looks, he's just Beastman with like
A hat.
clip-on stuff.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man at Arms is just Man at Arms with clip-on stuff.
Yeah,
So,
the
I mean, I
Motu
just-
characters didn't get much love at all.
Yeah.
They're just
Well,
like,
yeah.
and
he's
I see
green.
that mutated He-Man at the store, and I'm always like, okay, today's the day I'm gonna pick him up. And then I'm like walking to the register, and I'm just like, I don't know.
He looks so dope though.
yeah.
He looks
I just
cool.
for right
but-
now. Yeah, but that's not. I mean, I have problems with that. But anyway, I know for sure I'm going to get the turtles, so they can hang out in my.
Oh, sure, I've known because they
you know.
had Leo and Donnie at that same Target I was at this morning.
I've seen Leo.
Okay.
I'm going to slow jam these. Like, I'm not going to go crazy for them. In fact, this one I had a $10 gift card for, so that was like the main reason I bought it. Because I just don't want another Masters of the Universe line right now. That's why, I mean, I'm not doing the cartoon ones because I did those twice before. So I'm not doing this again. But I did get one other thing this week, which I was very impressed. I got an alert from 5 Cave Toys that my pre-order was in, and I finished paying it, and it was at my house within 3 days. So I got my Count Vegetarian. So this is my first little foray into third party, and so I have my.
This is not what I was
Not-
expecting.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah. So he's amazing looking. Here's the only it's not really an issue, but he comes with a lot of stuff, like a lot. But he comes with 5 heads, so like you can only display one. So right now I just have this one because he's using the magnifying glass. So
That is
there's
so
that one.
cool. I've never.
But he
seen
comes with, he comes with a regular head. He comes with like a happy open mouth head. He comes with a disappointed head, and then he has an actual full-on vampire.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
So then he does also come with these two little guys. I don't remember what their names were, but they come out of the cuckoo clock sometimes and come out and say bad jokes during the show. And then he came with 6 pairs of hands. So lots, again, you're getting a lot of plastic in your box, just not a lot that you can use at the same time. And then he also comes with broccoli, a vampire carrot, a cane, and then he was already holding his magnifying glass. But he does have a removable cape. You can pull the cape off. But he's really cool. I mean, he wasn't that expensive. I want to say he was like 30 something.
It's not bad.
But I love him because I love Count Duckula, so it looks great. The one thing that I thought was awesome is, it lists on the side HC01, so like the company is Happy Childhood. But on the inside, it does show Igor and Nanny in the shadows. So I can only hope that we would get those at some point. So I did think it was interesting too, because I've never really had anything like this. When I opened it up initially, like the figure was in here like a NECA figure, except the figure itself was like in like a white bag, like not like it was a weird like white plastic bag, and so were all the heads. So if like you were an inbox collector, like you wouldn't be able to see it. It does have like a little magnetic closure on the box, which I thought was cool. And so yeah, like I'm impressed. I like it, and I hope they come out with more.
That could go with Darkwing Duck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
God, I want that Darkwing Duck figure, but
yeah, this was my Darkwing Duck. So, because he was the duck of the night.
Boogeyman says he was tempted to get it too.
Yeah, you should. It's fun. It's gonna go like on a shelf with my Beetlejuice cartoon figure and other like cartoon stuff that I loved. But yeah, that's it.
I had no idea that existed.
I remember seeing pictures of it, but I thought it had already come out, so it never registered in my head that it would be.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it. When I first showed you the pictures, it was when the pre-order went up. So I'm definitely going to have to keep paying attention because I don't want to miss out if the other ones come out.
Yeah, when you said
if
5K
they would go into
toys,
Danger Mouse, that would be crazy.
Yeah, when you said 5K
that's
toys,
one of the
my
things.
instinct was like, oh, you got one of the Dragon Ball third-party figures.
When Count Duckula first appeared in Danger Mouse, he was actually a full-on vampire. They changed him for his own show into a vegetarian, but so you could actually use this head for that. Yeah, he was actually a bad guy on Danger Mouse.
Well then,
which if you've never seen Danger Mouse, you're missing out.
As a kid, that show kind of creeped me out.
Which Count Duckula or
Count
Danger
Duckula?
Mouse?
I don't know why. It was just it kind of hit like a weird nerve.
It was spooky. It was British.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what it was. It was British. British cartoons scare me.
Yep. They didn't hold back for kids. They're like, hey, if it scares you or whatever,
nut up.
Don't be such a wanker.
Oh, man.
Get you right, cunt. Get you right outside.
Oh man.
Napper.
All right. Well, this has been a very odd episode.
I don't know.
On that note, we're gonna close this out because it is bedtime, and I still don't feel good. So, if you are watching this and you haven't yet, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps us out and gets you extra toy-related content in your feed. We've got reviews, how to pose videos. We've got toy hunts. We've got podcasts. We've got live streams, customizing videos, all sorts of stuff. Check those out as well. We got Donnie riding a seahorse. You can check us out Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Modern Toy Fair. If you're already a fan of the channel and you'd like to help support us, you can head over. I don't have it set up on the 4-way, so we'll just have to pretend to patreon.com/Modern Toy Fair. We have a bunch of tiers of different rewards. You can get anything from episodes of the podcast early. You can get exclusive episodes of the podcast, including Smasher Pass, which we did last month. All previous months will stay up on Patreon, so it's not like you miss out. You actually get more if you've waited. But anyway, free trial, link in the description below. You can also check us out Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Modern Toy Fair. I wish Jamar would quit chatting in Discord and making the noise because I forgot to mute it.
Didn't hear it.
It made my nuts vibrate.
I know you can't, but I can.
Here you go, Nate. You're welcome.
I don't know what I was saying, but Jamar is on TikTok at Jamar_games. Corey, where can everyone find you?
At Vile Consumption, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all those things.
Awesome. Links in the description below. Nate, what you got for us?
I got lots of talent and skills and lots of things to sing about, but otherwise nothing.
Don't stop.
Alrighty. Well, in that case, hopefully see you next week. Same toy time, same Toy Fair channel. Thank you for watching.